pastor put housewife and family away, dares court. A Mapo customary court in Ibadan on Friday, November 10, dissolved 7-year-old marriage between Molara and her husband, Abiodun Ajimi, for adulterous lifestyle. Molara had petitioned the court to dissolve the union over alleged threat to her life. The president of the court, Chief Ademola Adenade, held that the society was fast undergoing an unprecedented decay in morality, especially how adultery was ruining marriages. It is so tragic that a man can deliberately put a housewife with children in the family way. It has never happened in the history of this court that a concubine will accompany his mistress to the court with the intention of daring us, saying nothing will happen. In the interest of peaceful living, the union between Molara and Abiodun has ceased to be. Henceforth, Abiodun shall take custody of the 2 children produced by the union, he said. Narrating his ordeal, Abiodun, a staff of Nigeria Breers, said that Molara, his wife, was an unrepentant adulterous woman in spite of his genuine love for her. My lord, ever since I got married to Molara 7 years ago, little did I know that she had been occupied with all sorts of escapades in the name of going to church vigil. What I know is that she usually tell me that she was going for church vigil, and I never had any reason to suspect her because I trusted her. However, around June this year, Molara started starving me of my conjugal right. Before I eventually knew the truth, Molara had told me that her concubine was her uncle and I was relating with him well as an in-law. One day, I got home and discovered that she had packed all the property away, including mine. In fact, I have never failed to perform my responsibility as a husband to her and as a father to our children. It was wrong for Molara to hide under any stupid disguise to be neck-deep in adultery. Molara's concubine is a priest at a celestial church, Emmanuel Parish, Iloedo Ojo, Ibadan. Abiodun, the respondent in the case, said. Testifying in the matter, Molara's father confessed that Abiodun was a complete gentle son-in-law whom he liked so much. He said that he usually rendered Abiodun and Molara monetary assistance anytime they were in need. I know that Abiodun has a great future ahead of him, and I used to tell Molara, my daughter, to keep calm. If there was any problem, Abiodun never hesitated to inform me. I never gave any wife to that naughty concubine, and I know that he only wants to cause disaster to the happy relationship between my daughter and Abiodun, Molara's father said. Molara's mother also added that her daughter and her concubine had been expelled from the church after hearing that she got pregnant for a concubine. Corroborating Molara father's testimony, all others who gave evidence confirmed that Molara was deeply into extramarital affairs even with some other men. Abiodun's younger brother told the court that he had at various times caught her in different hotels with different men on adulterous mission. However, Molara, who was the petitioner, had earlier informed the court that she was no longer interested in continuing in the marriage over alleged threat to her life with scissors attack and irresponsibility by Abiodun. She argued that Abiodun impregnated her shortly before she moved away from his home. My lord, I can no more endure hunger and lack of care in Abiodun's home. My parents have been responsible for our daily needs, including feeding, clothing and our children's education. Worst still, Abiodun used to unleash mayhem on me. My lord, enough is enough, please, separate us, Molara said. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, recalls that Amolara's concubine had dared the court as well as Abiodun to do anything detrimental to Amolara, his lover. In the dock, David Adebayo, a resident of Alakiko Street of Alagbado area of Lagos, confessed that Amolara was his concubine and had been sleeping with her for the past 12 years. "My lord, anytime Amolara left her husband in Ibadan, she used to come to meet me in Lagos where we usually have fun. Sometimes, she came after her closing hour in her office and returned to Ibadan the following morning. Amolara only told me that she and her husband were no more in good terms even though she had already had 2 children. I swear by the Holy Bible, I didn't intend to destroy her relationship with her husband. She is just my girlfriend. The pregnancy in her womb belongs to me. I was the one that made her a woman during my Nisk days. I followed her into the court to ensure that her union with Abiodun is dissolved today, not that I am daring the court's power," Adebayo said. Adebayo, however, apologized to the court for causing so much disharmony to Abiodun and for having unlawful sexual intercourse with a housewife.